Hello, Barbara. It's great to see you. Thanks very much for fitting us in. We'd really love to know how you are using and have used Machinima with your students.
Oh, I'm very glad to help.
My first question to you is, have you ever created a Machinima?
Oh, yes, I've created a lot of machinimas, and they're for different purposes. Some are to introduce a lesson, some are to teach a grammar point or idioms. Sometimes I just want to showcase how much progress the students are making and give them a souvenir, great souvenir. I've also made a motivational message with the machinima before. And right now I'm working on about a half an hour length machinima for teachers of English as a second language to demonstrate the kind of lessons you can do in Second Life.
Great, that sounds really interesting. Such a variety of Machinima. That's amazing. So, what makes a Machinima a useful resource, especially in the language classroom? hmm
It's a novel visual approach that appeals to many students, especially in this day and age when we do so much with computers and students want to have different kinds of exposures of all the media. And so this enables them to do that. Besides, really immersing them in whatever projects you want them to get involved with.
So, how long then do you think the ideal machinima should be for a language class?
Oh, probably under 5 minutes, so I've made some that are longer than that. But when I make them longer, it's because it's for a special audience. Like I might, in fact, I have made several machinima on making machinima, and to get it all in, they have to be longer than 5 minutes.
Do you think it'd be good for learners to actually get involved in machinima making themselves?
Oh, absolutely. That is exactly the direction I want to go. I I really believe in task-based learning, where students are so focused on doing something that they forget that they're actually learning a language. They're focused on the task. That's really immersive, and I think their language level jumps much more quickly, much higher. So I think if you have them learn how to make machinima all the time, talking in English and giving them examples, and then break it into nice small steps, it's doable and they get so much satisfaction out of it. I have done this, but I wanted to do a lot more of it. I could see making an entire course for students called Machinima Production as one ESL course.
Wow, that's very impressive. Sounds wonderful, mind. So, if you think about adding all the extras to a machinima, something like the call-outs, the captions, and all the text boxes, do you think it's good for students? We're talking about ESL now. Do you think it's good for them to see the text on the screen in a machinima?
It depends on what you're trying to achieve and the level of the students. With lower level students, they may need that feedback or extra opportunity to process what's being said to them. So that would help their comprehension. With higher level students, I might use it to give supplemental information, or I might give them prompts. If I took the sound out of it, I might give prompts like ask for something to eat along with the avatar. And so they can see the avatar's lips moving and they have to supply some dialogue. And then if the lips of the avatar don't stop moving, they have to keep talking. When
That's
the lips
cheating.
stop,
That's cruel.
so that's one way. Or I could go in between those two and actually have the dialogue up there and they can read the dialogue along with the avatar. But as much as possible, I want to use machinimas to give an idea of something and then have them take it further on their own. They need to be really using the language on their own in a free way.
Are there specific things that a teacher needs to keep in mind when they're making a machinima for classroom use?
Oh, definitely. It's very time consuming and has a very steep learning curve. It can get to be manageable, but I don't know, it seems like I keep trying new things in every machinima I make, so it still is time consuming. But you can decrease the amount of time if you do a lot of work before you film. Like, work out a script. I was against using written scripts for a while when I was making informational videos for the students, but it goes so much more smoothly if you actually have a script that you're reading. You don't need to have included in some short video.
Yes, there is that. That's quite interesting. So you have changed over the experience of making them. Aha. Okay. So our last question then, do you have any hints and tips for teachers who'd like to start and make their own machinima?
Well, I suppose they should attend Machinima.
That's a good one.
It's possible to do it all by themselves, but why not do it with other people who have gone through the experiences and can break it down? And I would suggest certain things that they would buy. I personally happen to like Camtasia because she does almost everything. Audacity, they should get that. And I personally also use the Space Navigator a lot. And another thing they could do is they could join a group of like-minded teachers who are also filming, because although you can film something completely by yourself, it's much more enjoyable working with other people who can supply ideas and be an extra camera or be an extra avatar. It's just a much more pleasant process that way.
Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you very, very much for all those hints and tips. I'm sure teachers watching will really appreciate your experiences. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, you're very welcome, Carol. Anytime.